Hello everyone. Today we will see how to create queries in OpenOffice Base. So basically queries are used to retrieve data from our tables. So whatever tables you have created, if you have to see few records, maybe based on some conditions, then we can create a query. There are three ways to create a query. Create query in design view, create query using query wizard, create query in SQL view. So there are three ways in which we can create a query in OpenOffice Base. So let us see. Today we will create a query by using design view. So there are various tables which are made in this database already. So I'll just see the student table here. So now you can see in the student table, there are various fields: admission number, name, address, phone number, date of birth, fees, okay, and scholar. So these are the various fields which are there in the student table. So for making a query, one table should be there on which we have to make a query, because query is used to view the records of the table. So we can click on the query from the database objects here, create query in design view, select the table. So I am selecting student table, click on add, click on close. Now whatever fields you want to be displayed in the query, that you have to select, or you can drag it from here. So if I click on star here, and then if I want to run the query, it will show me all the fields in the table because I have selected star, student dot star. It will show you all the fields, admission number, name, address, all the fields are shown in the table. Now, if I want to see only few fields, I want to see only admission number and name and suppose address of the students. In that case, I am just selecting the three fields and then I'll press F5. F5 is used to run the query. You will get the output here. So it will show you all the records and only the three fields are shown: admission number, name, and address. Now I just want to see only those records who reside in Delhi. So I can click on the criteria. You can see there are various rows here. So if I click on the criteria and I select Delhi here, and it is case sensitive, so I have to write Delhi. For address is Delhi. So in the criteria row, I am writing Delhi in the address part. So if I place my cursor above, you can see it is written in single quotes. Delhi is written in single quotes as it is a text value. Now if I press F5, it will show all the records of the students whose address is Delhi. So this is the criteria which I have given here. I can also sort the output. So suppose I want to sort, I want to arrange the output in the ascending order of name here. You can go to the sort, below name, you can click on ascending and press F5. Now you can see the names are sorted in ascending order of name of the names. Okay, the result is sorted. Now suppose I am also taking marks or fees of the students I am taking here, and I'm just removing these fields. Okay, so these are the fields, these are the fees of the students. Now I have to give the criteria, like those students whose fees is more than 5,000 should be shown. So below fees in the criteria row, I'm writing greater than 5,000, press F5. So there are two students whose fees is more than 5,000. Okay, now I can also give multiple criteria. Suppose I want that fee should be more than 5,000 and city should be Delhi. So I'm writing city Delhi. Below the address, I'm writing Delhi, and below fees, I have written greater than 5,000. So two criteria I have given. Both the conditions should be true. Those records it will show. So there is only one record which satisfies both the condition. City should, the address should be Delhi, and the fee should also be more than 5,000. So we can give multiple criteria also in the in basically the criteria section in the query. Okay. So, but if I give this criteria here, if I give the criteria below criteria row, I give it in or section. If I write Delhi here, now see what will happen. I have to write it in the address section. So below address, inside in the or section, I am writing the address Delhi. So what will happen if I write both the criteria in the criteria row? That means both the conditions should be true. It should be Delhi and the fees also should be greater than 5,000. Both the conditions should be true. The student whose city is also Delhi and whose fees is also more than 5,000 will be shown. But if I write it in the or section, or that means any one of these conditions should be true. That means either those students whose city is Delhi, or their fees is more than 5,000. If any one of these conditions are true, in that case, it will show you the output. Like you can see all the students here, either the records which you have got, either their fees is more than 5,000 or their city is Delhi. Like you can see here, the fees is 4,500, but the city is Delhi. Here the address is Dehradun, but fees is more than 9,000. It is fees is 9,000, more than 5,000 here. So if I give it here in the or section, that means either of these conditions should be true. Either it is more than 5,000 fees or either the address is Delhi. So any one of these conditions should be true. Where if I specify it here, if I write Delhi here, it means both the conditions should be true. Okay, so this is the difference. This means both of them should be true. A record which has address also Delhi and fees also more than 5,000, those records only will be shown. But if I write it here in the or section, or means either of these, any one of these condition is true. Either the address is Delhi. If the address is not Delhi, then only those records whose fees is more than 5,000 should be shown. So this will show you 4 records now. Okay, so this is how we have made a table. We have also sorted. Now we will take another example. So if you want, you can save the query. Okay, so you can write Q1, any name for the query. Okay, I'm just going to the table once and I'm changing the name of the student here. Okay, so now I'm making another query. This is a marks table. Okay, and I want to find, and this table has marks of different subjects, as you can see, English, Hindi, Maths, and the marks are there for few students here. I want to find the maximum marks in English or minimum. I can also use the functions. Let us see how to use functions in a query. So we have to go to create query in design view. I'm taking the marks table, add, close. So I want English. Either I can drag the field from here or I can select the field from here also. I want the maximum marks in English and minimum in Hindi. So I'll go to functions and we will select maximum for the English. So function I have selected for English is maximum, function I'm selecting for Hindi is minimum. Similarly, I can select sum also. Okay, so suppose I want the sum of all the values which are given in the field maths. So I'm taking maths from here. So I'm taking the sum function for maths. Whether it is not required, actually, we do not need sum for all the marks of maths. So if I am running this particular query, you will see maximum marks in English in this particular table is 95, minimum in Hindi is 45. And if I add all the values of the maths marks, I'll get the sum of the maths marks as 206. So we can use various functions which are given over here. We can also find the average. What is the average marks in maths? So I can take the average function. So this is the class average, 69 marks. Then we can also use total field. What is that basically? Let us make a query now. So I am taking name. Okay, I am taking the admission number and English marks and Hindi marks and maths marks. Suppose only 3 subjects I am taking. I'm just removing all these functions from here. Okay, now removing this function also. I want to find the total marks here. Total means I want to add. So I want to find what is the total marks which is being achieved by each student here. So English plus Hindi plus maths and press F5. So you are getting the total marks. So you have to add these 3 and you are getting the total marks here. So I have written what? English plus Hindi plus maths. So, and I can also write, so instead of this heading English plus Hindi plus maths, I can also give an alias, some other name to the field. So in the alias section, you can write total marks. This you have to write in the alias row. Okay. So now if I press F5, we will see total marks is the heading which is being shown, and this will add the marks. If you add these 3 values, English, Hindi, maths, for each student, you will get the total marks. So this way we have done the calculation also in our query. Now we are going to close this. Okay, so basically, and you can, if you want, you can save. I'm just doing cancel. I'm not saving this particular query here. So basically, a query, you can use criteria. You can also use multiple criteria and wildcards also. Now I'll show you how to use wildcards in a query. So let us make a table with a wildcard. So suppose this is my table. I want to see those records whose address start with D. See, there are two types of wildcards which we can use in MySQL. One wildcard is percentage or star. That means any number of characters. Any number of characters. And if we use question mark or underscore, it means exactly one character. Okay, so these two wildcards we can use in our query. We can also use star, we can use percentage. Both of them means any number of characters, one or more characters. Okay, and question mark or underscore means exactly one character. So now if I want to see those records whose address start with D or whose address start with J, those records I want to see, or whose name start with A. So like that, we can use a wildcard for that. So if I go to queries now and create query in design view, I am taking the student table from here, click on add, click on close. I am taking the names of the students and their address. And now I am using criteria, but I will use the wildcard. So what I know is name like. Now we will not use equal to, greater than, less than. We will write like, name like A star and single quotes close. We will use single quotes because name is a text value. So name like single quotes A star. A star means it should start with the A. After that, any number of characters should be there. But if I write A, or we can also write A percentage, single quotes close, F5, both means same. We can use star or percentage for one or more characters. If I use A question mark, two question mark means exactly two characters should be there after A. Now, if I press F5, it is showing only Anu. The other name Anamika was not shown. If I write A star, press F5, two names are coming, Anamika and Anu. If I write A question mark or A underscore, now only Anu. Starting with A, after A, any two letters should be there. So that's why we are using the wildcards here, and with wildcards we use like. Okay. So now we can also use grouping in our function. We have done calculations. We can also use grouping in our function. So how to do grouping? Suppose this is an employee table and there are various, or let us go back to the student table. So now we have to count, suppose it's a big table, we have to count how many students reside in Delhi, Dehradun and Jaipur. We have to count that. So we can also group the students according to the address. So I'm going to make a query now, create query in design view, student table I'm taking, click on add, click on close. And now I have taken name and I have taken address. So I want to group it according to address. So from the function, I am taking group on, not sum. Basically, we have to take count, not sum here. We have to take the count function here. So count. So now it is showing there are 3 students in Delhi, 2 in Dehradun, 1 in Jaipur. So this is how we have used the count function. So basically what we have done is we have grouped the records according to address. So we have selected the group function from here, and then we will select the count function. We will have to count how many students are there in each address. So this is how we can also group our records in a query. Okay, now suppose if I want to do simple calculation again, suppose going back to the student table, I'm again making a query on the student table, and let us take this again. Close it, and then we are taking name and fees. So this is a monthly fees which is displaying here. I want to find the annual fees. Annual fees means this is a monthly fees is 6,000. So annual fees will be 6,000 into 12. So what I will write is fees, case sensitive fees into 12. And this we have written in the field column. So fees into 12. This is the annual fees. If I write in alias section, annual fees, and press F5, so annual fees also it is showing. So we can also do calculations as I have told before. So these are the various things which we can use in a query. We can use a wildcard, we can give multiple criteria, we can sort calculations, we can use various functions, we can also group data in a query.